Now, to understand this, basically, a welding joint has been kept here. It has been created, and this welding joint is actually a part of this is welded. And as you, if you are aware that in the welding there is a heat affected zone in the welding, and that heat affected zone is generally 25 from both sides, that is almost an inch from both sides. So it is not only that the flaws are shown in the um, welding area, but there are chances and major chances of detecting a flaw in the heat affected zone or the has area, as we told. Now, as we have seen in the our slideshow, that again and again I have mentioned, the cleaning the surface or pre-cleaning is very, very, very important. Otherwise, many indications will go to the waste. So that is why we are now pre-cleaning. But remember that pre-cleaning is not just spraying the uh, cleaner right onto the surface. That's all. It is not that easy. So you have to take a lint-free cloth, in clean cloth, as you are seeing in the video. You have to see this, uh, that it is lint-free. It should not have a lint, so that that lint also gets entrapped into the defects, and then it creates a problem. And the cleaning should be done in one direction only, that you should not rub it the surface which is to be clean, and you have to do it continuously till you are satisfied that yes, now also you are seeing that some amount of um, uh, dust or grease or rust material is available on the surface. So we do need to have again and again pre-cleaning. Now, the application of developer. Developer can be applied directly onto the surface, or as is shown in the video, that you have can apply it with the use of a cotton, so that you can keep the control. So this has to be applied. But mind it that you should not put very excessive quantity of penetrant into the area, so that afterwards you removal of this is a very big challenge. Now, as we have discussed in the previous slide, that we have to provide a dwell time, that is the playing time of this penetrant, that is the time to have this capillary action taking place inside the material, that is the flaw, that it penetrates the flaw, that is why it is a penetrant, and it is the playing time or the dwell time for which you have to keep this material as per the manufacturer's instruction, and as the manufacturer will guide you. It may be 10 minutes, it may be 15 minutes, it may be 5 minutes, it may be 3 minutes, whatever is mentioned by the manufacturer. But generally, our dwell time is 10 to 15 minutes. 10 minutes is one of it is a standard that is being followed across the world. So that sort of dwell time you can keep for using, so that the capillary action takes place completely, and we find out the various amount of flaw that actually goes into the welding, that so that it actually shows the defects. Now, let us allow this 10 minutes time, and after this 10 minutes, we need to, as we have told you, that we need to remove the excess penetrant. Now, in the penetrant itself, as shown, you have to check the batch number, and the expiry date of the material and the manufacturing date, so that you can be rest assured that you are not using a expired material or some material which is wrongly, there is no batch number mentioned, then might be that some amount of different material other than the penetrant has been used. So that is why checking this before actual use is very important. Now it is for visible liquid penetrant inspection, as you can see, and it is being marked. There are certain caution points which you should remember, and it is not just that the warnings are being provided. It is very important because if you are aware that people have actually even gone up to it has become a fatal accident. First and the foremost requirement is that you should not directly breathe this penetrant material or such type of materials, so that it goes into the breathing, or directly spray it onto the skin, where if you have some allergic formation. So avoid that. You can use a gloves before application. You may not do with your bare hand. Generally, the application internationally is used. You require to wear white gloves, so that it does not come in direct contact with your skin. And you can use a mask. Nowadays it is very simply available, and this mask can be actually used so that you do not directly breathe this penetrant material. Another very important point is that, which is very important, people tend to misunderstand this, because you have to keep this material without putting it in damage, trying to puncture it or putting into the flame, because if you do so, then there are chances that it might actually go and burst, because the propellant material is already inside there, uh, can, even if it is absolutely empty. So that is why this material is actually